Hey, it's Richard. This is my monthly update. It's been about 1 year and, God, a year and like 4 months now. Um, I'm down to 181, 182-ish in that range. Uh, this month for me, for the past month, the month of September, it's been a bit slower than I would have hoped. I was trying to lose a pound a week or 4 pounds a month, which has been a bit tough considering I've been adding more protein powder to my diet lately, which increases my calorie intake. So it has slowed down my weight loss progress at least a bit, but hopefully I'm body recompositioning at this point. So that's my copium. The only problem is that this month has been a lot slower than the previous months. The previous few months, I've been on track to lose 4 pounds a month. This month, it's been more like 3 pounds or so. Um, and I think it's because I haven't been as strict on my diet lately. Uh, been taking a bit more cheat meals than I normally do. And they haven't been like super huge or anything, but like it adds up the little things. So I just need to be more strict on that. Um, I did technically lose 4 pounds in the month, if I want to count the next few days after my 1 month cutoff. I think the problem is just due to weight fluctuations from when I recorded my weight at the beginning of September versus at the end of September. I think those weight fluctuations kind of were cut off at bad times, which made it seem that I only lost like 3 pounds through the month when I did lose closer to four because a few days after I did hit the goal of like 182 ish, which would have been 4 pounds. But I do need to be stricter on my diet. The other thing is I've been trying to drink more protein drinks in the morning for breakfast as well. But some mornings I just can't do it, and I just get Starbucks in the morning instead. Uh, I just find myself getting sick of the protein drinks sometimes. When I have the casein protein at night, I turn that into ice cream, so that's not too bad because it tastes like actual ice cream. But the protein drinks in the morning, I just shake it with like some milk and water, and it gets a bit disgusting after a while when you have it too many times in a row. So I just need to get back on doing that. So I haven't really been hitting my protein goals as much as I would like to. Um, but I do hear that Starbucks is starting to introduce a new protein milk for their drinks. So that could be an option for me, which would be nice. Um, Also, I've been trying to change out my workout routine as well. I used to go to the gym 3 times a week and do full body workouts during those 3 times I would go. However, I'm there for like over 2 hours, which is just way too much. I commute, so I get back to my home area around like 6:15 ish, and then I go into the gym. I start working out, and I don't get out until like the tail end of 8, like almost 9. And then I go get food or make food at home. And I have like an hour to myself to eat if I want to try to get to bed by 10. But let's be real, like I can't do it within just like 1 hour, just having time for dinner and just going straight to bed. I like some time to unwind. So some nights I mostly stay up till like 11 ish or more, which means I'm not getting a full 8 hours of sleep. I'm getting more like 7 hours, maybe even less than seven, um, which isn't the best for muscle gains or muscle growth. So I've been trying to change my routine to instead be 6 days a week, rest on Fridays because I do D&D on Fridays, um, and just going and splitting my workout into half, doing an upper body one day, and then lower body the next day. The lower body routine, I just do leg extensions, leg curls, inner legs, outer legs. Uh, I do abs on leg day as well, and then I do what's it called, the lateral raises. I do that on leg day, even though that's an arm exercise because Otherwise, I'll have too many arm exercises on my upper body day, and it makes both days a bit more even. And then I'll do cardio. So that's my leg day. And then on upper body day, I'll do everything else: lat pull downs, lower back, triceps, biceps, chest press, inclined press, um, more traps, but on the machine, because I want to double up on that. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's 7. Um, that way, I'm only at the gym for like maybe a little over an hour instead of 2 hours. So it makes it a lot more bearable, even though I have to go every day now, pretty much. Um, which it's been going all right. So I'll see how that goes. So you'll see on my chart here. Let me switch that. You'll see on my chart here the calorie burned back when I was going every other day to the gym. I was getting like maybe 580 calories burned on those days. Now that I'm going every day, it's more like 400 per day. At least that's my best guesstimate. Um, so I'm burning slightly more calories, I would think. It should be about the same though, because I'm really doing the same exercise. So I might have to reassess how many calories I'm actually burning. I do know when I do like 30 minutes on the treadmill, I'm burning like close to 200 calories now, because I'm inclining the treadmill, or not treadmill, the elliptical. So at the start of the month, I was at 186, so I was hoping to be at 182 by the end of the month. However, I got to only 183.8, which is really like only 2 to 3 pounds. But if you see like the next day, I was close to 182 because of the weight fluctuations, and then even a few days later from that, 181. So yeah, I think it's just the weight fluctuations. Unfortunately, if I was a bit more strict on my diet, maybe I could have hit the 182 mark. So that's my goal right now. I did take a progress photo for October 1st. This is me at October 1st. Compared to September 1st, I look really about the same. You can't really visually tell any difference, unfortunately, because what's the difference in weight? It's like 186 versus like 183.8 technically, so it doesn't even look that different. But I do see like the shoulders here. Um, there's a bit more definition, especially with like the traps here. I feel like it's a bit more defined, luckily. The other thing, like the stomach here, it's kind of hard to see with the shading, but I think like there's a bit more of an indent you can kind of see here now, from my stomach. The other thing though is like I'm noticing like around here below the belly button, it's a bit wrinkled. It's hard to tell in this photo. And so I am worried I might have a little bit of loose skin by the end of my transformation. But hopefully it'll be very minimal. Fingers crossed. But I do see like a bit skin wrinkling here from just any loose skin. Like here you can see some like white marks on my skin. And I think those marks were there even before I started losing weight, just from my skin stretching. Hopefully, I shouldn't have too much loose skin by the end of it, because when I was overweight, I had gotten there relatively fast. It's not like I'd been overweight at the point of when I was at 280 pounds. It's not like I've been sitting at 280 pounds for like 5 to 10 years or anything. That's something that I got to within like just a couple of years. So I grew that weight pretty fast. So hopefully my skin hasn't really been stretched out for too long that it can snap back is my hope. And plus I'm like 34, um, which is a bit better than if I was 40 or something. So yeah, I do feel a bit more defined here at least, but otherwise my pictures kind of look the same between these 2 months. Uh, and then this like back in July. Did I not take? Oh, yeah, it's basically August. Um, so that's where I'm at. As far as any like noticeable changes that I've felt, I have been feeling a lot more confident lately. At least I think when I hit 200 pounds a couple months ago, or a few months ago, that's when I feel like people start treating me a bit differently, just like random passerbyers and strangers is what I'm talking about. Like I'm actually seen now. Um, but when I got to like 185, below 185 ish, is when I started to really start feeling a lot more confident in myself and how I look and present myself. Um, Hopefully, even more so when I hit like 170, 160. I am on track to lose my goal weight, which is to hit 180 by December. I still have 2 months to get there, and I'm at like 182 ish. So I'm almost there. I'm gonna hit that goal early, so maybe at the end of this month, I'll probably hit 178 ish, and then maybe by December I could hit like 174 ish, maybe. But we'll see. I just have to keep going for it. Any other changes I've noticed? I mean, really, the only changes I've noticed have been like more social lately. I haven't really seen like much physical changes other than like I have been noticing that loose skin a little bit, like the wrinkles like underneath my belly button, which I might have a bit loose skin after I get to, if I get to, hopefully, like 10% body fat. Uh, Other than that, I feel like relatively the same. I think my shoulders are a bit more defined now. Now that I'm losing fat, it's starting to reveal the muscle underneath, which is good. Which in my previous photos, like you could kind of tell I have like maybe some muscle, but like the fat really just covers it. But now it seems like the fat is starting to reveal some of the muscles, at least the upper body, because that's where you're gonna notice things first. Um, but we'll see with like the next update. But yeah, any changes I've noticed have been more social rather than physical at this point. Though I think in the final stretch of things, when I do hit 180, the difference between 180 to 160 is probably going to look a lot more dramatic. I'm hoping because that's when like muscle will start showing. I feel like, but as of right now, you can't really notice anything. As far as like my health goes, yeah, of course I feel like more healthier, but I don't think there's anything of note in this video that I've noticed. I don't really like lose my breath, but that's been the thing for quite a few months now. I have stopped going on walks every other day because now that I'm going to the gym every day, I'm just do the cardio on my leg days because I'm still getting a workout even on the other days when I do my upper body days. So I haven't been like doing walks anymore. Um, Maybe I could try incorporating that, but like on weekends I kind of go for walks. I'll go to like downtown and I'll just like walk around a window shop, which I think is a nice fun activity because if you're just walking around like window shopping or like even if you're like the old ladies at the mall doing mall walking, I understand why they do it. It's because it makes walking a lot more interesting. Because like if you just walk around your neighborhood or like the trails around your neighborhood, you're walking that same trail like every day. You see everything. It's not new to you. And when you just like see the same scenery every day, it gets really boring and it makes walks really boring. Um, that's why I like window shopping because you're around people. Uh, you can like check out the different stores and all like the different products that they have. Even if you don't buy anything, I don't buy anything. I just like looking at the stuff. I just find it interesting, and it just gives me an excuse to go out and maybe interact with people from time to time. So I highly recommend doing that. It makes walking a lot more fun, but I can only really do that on the weekends. But anyways, that's my update for this month, and I will see you guys next month.